Okay, one and all, welcome back to another review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the recently released Batman and Harley Quinn animated movie, and this one is a doozy. Now, I want to go on record and be like this. I only seen this movie once, so, and I overall, thought it was okay, I liked it. But, the more I actually let it sink in and started to let it, simmer in my brain, and now my opinion on it is starting to take a bit of a nosedive, because, the more you think about it, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, this movie's got a lot of problems with it. It has stuff I like and stuff that I don't like. So, I think the best way to do this thing is in a pros and cons approach. Let's waste no time, let's do it. Okay, so pro number one. Kevin Conroy and Lauren Lester as Batman and Nightwing, amazing. Lauren Lester returns as Nightwing after voicing Robin and Nightwing in the animated series back in the 90s. And he's not skipped a beat. He sounds better than ever, and his Nightwing has, a couple of golden gems thrown in there here and there. And of course the chemistry with Kevin Conroy is just as good as it was back then. So no complaints with that. Kevin Michael Richardson as Floronic Man. Overall, I like the look of Floronic Man. I like Richardson's voice as Floronic Man. He gives him a really commanding presence. He also gives him a lot of dry humor. There's a couple of scenes where he has Floronic Man, being played completely straight in certain scenes. Has like these little bit has some really humorous beats, and I overall enjoyed that. What's her name? Peugeot Brewster as Poison Ivy. Serviceable, she's solid. No complaints on that. Some of the action beats are well done. The animation style is though not the same, but I'll say it's a more modern take on the original 90s animation, which is a plus for me, because I love the Batman 90s show a lot. So ever since I was a kid, I love that show, and the animation's a throwback to that, but just with more modern updates. But it does have a very similar aesthetic to it, so no complaints on that. And that's it. Okay, let's get to the negatives. Negative: Harley Quinn. Hate the voice they chose for Harley Quinn. Nothing against the actress Melissa Ranch, but I'm just not a fan of hers. I'm not a fan of her voice as Harley Quinn. It just sounds... She has that voice. It just sounds so squeaky. It sounds so just sounds so ear piercing. It's just ugh. Why couldn't they have gotten back Arlene Sorkin or Tara Strong? Why'd you gotta get this one? I mean, she's not a good Harley Quinn. I hate her voice. She's doing a fake Brooklyn accent, and it's painfully obvious that that's what she's doing, and she's just failing at it miserably. Not a big fan of that. Another thing I don't like, some of the jokes here are funny, a lot of them just fall completely flat. There's this fart joke that happens in the movie, and it's just stupid. It's not funny. It's just flat out stupid. I don't like it at all. I think it's just dumb. There's this other thing where Harley Quinn where Harley Quinn seduces Nightwing, which was weird. But I do like the line that Nightwing does throw at Batman when Batman finds out, because it's actually very, very true. Nightwing tells Batman, you never slept, you never made out with a supervillain before. Because it's actually true. Batman has made out with some supervillains back in the day. So I actually do like that line. But I just found it really weird that Harley Quinn and Nightwing, bump uglies. It's just weird. A lot of the writing in this movie is very choppy, very sloppy. Borderline on juvenile in a lot of cases. It's really weird. The first couple of minutes has promise, and then it really dips in quality at a rapid fire pace. And clearly, it really clearly shows that, you know, this wasn't really made, that this was made for the people who were making this movie and not for, like, the mass audience, because there's just a lot of things in this movie that just don't make any sense. There's the bar scene, and I both like and hate this bar scene all at the same time, and I'll tell you why. Supervillain bar scene. So you have like a lot of throwbacks to Batman lore, which, as a Batman fan and someone who loves this stuff, I have no problem with it. You got Rob Paulson, who is, you know, singing a song as these twin gangsters. For those of you who have seen the animated series, especially the episode Two-Face Part 2, you would know that those two gangsters are actually Two-Face's henchmen, which I thought was a nice touch seeing those guys there. And Rob Paulson is singing the song as those characters, and it's actually pretty damn good. I actually like the song a lot, and I like Paulson's performance with it. The man can sing. I give him a lot of credit. They also have throwbacks to the original Adam West show, where you see Catwoman's henchmen. You see Captain Clown, which is hilarious to itself. So those cameos, okay, the cameos are like, okay, they're completely random, but, you know, okay, I'll let it slide. The one thing I don't like is, out of random, Harley Quinn just starts to sing a Blondie song called, you know, Hang on the Phone. The song itself is good, but since I don't like the actress playing Harley Quinn, it's just, she sucks. She sucks. The actress just sucks as Harley Quinn, and her doing the song was just painful to hear, because, you know, her fake Brooklyn accent is at its worst while she's singing, and Blondie, she's not. And then there's and then near the end of this bar scene, like during Harley Quinn's whole performance, you got the Catwoman henchmen trying to egg on Batman, and then Batman just knocks one out, and then some other gangsters like, just wait. So after Harley's done singing the song, they're ready to attack all three of them, and Batman just like pretty much rolls up his sleeves and says, "Let's dance." And then the camera pans out to a wide shot of the outside of the bar, and Batman and Harley Quinn are kicking everyone's ass. And you got these onomatopoeia words that pop up, and which is like a nod to the Batman '60s show, but it's just so weird because one of them says, "Oh my balls," and I'm just like, wait, what? Why? It's like, are you trying to be funny? Because I got a chuckle out of it, and then when I rewatched, then I decided out of the blue to replay the whole scene again, and I'm like, okay, now it's not funny. Like at first it was funny because it just popped up out of nowhere. Then when you watch it again, it's like, wow, I'm not laughing again. This is stupid. So yeah, there's a lot of stupid shit in this movie. It's dumb. Like the overall villain plot, like it's serviceable. You know, if this was like a 20-minute cartoon like in the anime series, the villain plot is not that bad. Pretty much, Floronic Man and Poison Ivy are teaming up to bring the world back to the green. You know, they want to turn everyone to plant people or something like that. But even the slightest miscalculation can wipe out the entire world in general, including the green. So, you know, Batman and Nightwing had to team up with Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy have a friendship and had a previous relationship, and they know each other. So they think the only way to get to Ivy is to bring in Harley Quinn, which makes sense because, like I said, Harley Quinn and Ivy always had like this friendship with one another. So I get that, but the whole execution of it is just randomly, sloppily done, and for someone like Bruce Timm, this is definitely a dip in quality because he is better than this. He is definitely better than this. I mean, he did Gods and Monsters recently. Tremendously good movie. And not only that, Bruce Timm's responsible for the animated series, which not only brought us the original Batman cartoon, but gave us Batman Beyond and the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. So yeah, he's known for doing quality work with Batman and the DC superheroes. So why they thought this movie was a good thing to go into is, it had potential, but then it's just like, I mean, like, I love the opening credits. The opening credits is hilarious, and it has like that buddy cop, feeling to it, which I thought was great. But then when you watch I was expecting the whole movie to be like that. But when you watch the movie, it's just like completely like just. It's almost as if you're watching a really bad Adam Sandler movie. And we all know that Adam Sandler is not known for making quality movies, but some are better than most. This one represents the ones that are the shitty ones, especially his more recent works, which are not as funny and do dip in quality. So yeah, when all is said and done, they track down Floronic Man and Poison Ivy, because the only way for Ivy and Floronic Man to do what they want to do, they need to go to Louisiana because the water they have is from Louisiana, but it also has Swamp Thing's, Alec Holland's DNA to it, and they need that in order to, take over the world or whatever. So they do the whole that. And then Swamp Thing comes out of nowhere, does his little speech, and blah, 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 blah. And then, they set Floronic Man on fire, the movie ends, and then we get a post-credit scene where Harley Quinn is like a game show host, and it's just, fuck it. This movie's stupid. That's it. It's stupid. This movie's a 6.5 out of 10. It has some okay things in it, but at the same time it has a lot of random nonsense in it. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10. If you want to watch it because you're a Batman fan, check it out. If you have no interest in it, you're not really missing much, because this movie is. Bleh. Well, that's my take on Batman and Harley Quinn. Like, comment, subscribe. Check you back next time.